Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoy...
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And leading them out, their signal caller. Now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. And incomplete to open things up. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Young. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Marcus Davenport racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Throwing. Hooker. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Hooker now off play action.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Here's Hooker to throw it.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
2nd and 9.
Young.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They go play action. Here's Hooker.
Fights through him, and he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Here's Hooker.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Rondale Moore.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Young off the play fake. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Young. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Young.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Young now, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Hook up of 15 yards there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Now Hooker.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Here's 2nd and 10. Option right, Young. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. He's got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Hooker's going to throw it.
Eluding the pressure. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start with the option.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Young working out of the gun. That's caught by Montgomery. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Now here's Young.
Montgomery, another target and catch.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
1st and 10, Young. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. Down to the 25.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Oh, Young loses it.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Calling a gain of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Hooker. Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Looking to throw. Hooker. That pass complete to Moore.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hooker.
Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Hendon Hooker.
A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Butker on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Meanwhile, Young's throw taken in by Palmer. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First down, Young. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Young off the bootleg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On second down, Montgomery.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 3rd and 10. Now Young. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, Young loses it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On second down, Hooker. A short throw there to Strange. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Hooker. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Okay, ready?
McCaffrey running up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now Young.
He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Young to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Running left, Montgomery. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Over the middle, complete. That's Palmer. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Montgomery. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Young to throw it. And it's caught. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Josh Palmer
there to make the grab.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Hooker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Trying to throw again here. Hooker. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Hooker now on second down. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Butker's kick here is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. It's Young on first down. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll start at Raymond James Stadium, an NFC South matchup between New Orleans and Tampa Bay. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. T. Higgins, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting Jags out in front. The Jags locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Former number 2 pick Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdown passes.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing. Hooker. It gets this complete to Shaheed.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Hooker now off play action.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here's Hooker to throw it. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
Hooker now on 1st down. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Ready, set.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Hooker.
quickly, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
And it's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Young. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Young.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Now Hooker.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Dancing away at the 30. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, Young loses it.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
They go play action. Young. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
The Young keeps it, moving right.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Young now from the 50. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure. And it's second down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Hooker from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw, Hooker.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Following the interception, Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. To throw, Young.
That's taken in by Palmer.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Young. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Young. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Marshall. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 16. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give him 17 on that pickup.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Throwing, Young.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And the Browns getting set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, Hooker's throw complete there to Moore.
And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. This is McCaffrey on the give. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Hooker. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Hooker's going to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And he is going to have a Browns first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hooker. Wiggles free. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hooker sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. On 1st and 10, Hooker. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Hooker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal. Here's Hooker. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, Young.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Once again, they run with Mixon. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And able to get this out to the 25.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Young. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now it's Mixon running right. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Cleveland,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.